Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. SD cards, memory cards in general. Three biggies, three big mistakes to avoid when you're handling your SD cards and using them. First of all, and perhaps the most obvious, is don't remove the card while it's in use. When the card is in the camera is writing to the card. For instance, you're waiting for it to finish, for the light to stop flashing because it's taking that information, writing it to the card. Or in video mode, same thing. Wait until the camera has stopped accessing the card before you remove it. If you remove it in use, you can do a whole bunch of bad stuff. Corrupt the card, lose your files, lose your image, whatnot. Ideally, the best thing to do is to not remove the card until the camera has stopped and you power the camera down. I have taken cards out, I have to admit, without powering the camera down, but I always wait for the camera to stop using the card. Wait till the card is been finished being written to by the camera. Number one biggest mistake people do. Number two, remember water, heat, dirt. Remember those three things: water, heat, dirt. Same as any electronics out there. Those are the three biggest perils for electrical stuff, electronics, electronic devices. And you need to remember that the SD card or memory cards in general, compact flash cards, are basically electronic devices. They don't have a power source, but they're still, think of them the same way. Stay away from water. Don't submerge them in water. Stay away from dirt. Don't get them dirty. Don't get them greasy, grimy, whatever. Any of that's going to cause problems. And then heat. Heat is a huge killer. That's number three. Heat is a huge killer of electronics. Things overheat. They melt. And I mean, that could certainly be the case for a memory card. If you put it in the dryer, if you leave it out in the sun, heat is a big killer. You don't want to do any of those things. So don't subject your memory cards to water, heat, and dirt. Keep them clean, keep them cool, and keep them dry, and you'll be good. Number three, the third biggest mistake is formatting and deleting on your cards. Don't do this in a haphazard manner. Don't do this. Ideally, don't do it on your computer. The best way to delete, to format, is to put it in the camera and let the camera format it. Go to your menu where it's format, the drop down or whatever it is. Find format in your camera menu and let the camera format the card. There's a bunch of reasons for that. Basically, it's going to avoid any arguments between, say, Windows or Apple and what it does to the card in the structure and the file structure and things like that versus the way that your camera wants it. When you format it in the camera or delete in camera, it's retaining the file structure and retaining the formatting of the card the way the camera wants it to use the card. And you want to keep your camera happy so you don't have problems with the camera writing to the card, saving your files, saving your pictures, saving your videos, and accessing them. So always, if you can, format and delete in camera. You can do it on the computer. I've done it. I don't recommend it. I try to always do it in camera. So those are your three biggies. Number one, don't remove the card while it's in use. Number two, water, heat, and dirt. Stay away from them. Keep them clean, keep them dry, and keep them cool. And number three is format and delete in camera if at all possible, or just, make it your normal routine to do so. There you go, folks. Are there any you think I've left out? Are there any you disagree with? You can leave some comments below. But I think in general, those are three really good rules to go by. Three really big mistakes to avoid if you want to keep things running smoothly, not mess up your video files, not mess up your picture files, and just keep your camera working and keep your camera happy. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon with more articles, more videos. We'll keep up to date with what's going on in the world of photography, videography, and technology right here at artoftheimage.com. Thanks a lot, folks.